Our next panel question goes to Joe Lazar. Here is Jason Meadows.
With all the talk about cutting expenses, do you plan to push for any new programs on the City Council? If yes, how do you propose to pay for them? And please include in your answer the issue of increasing aid to yeshivas and other private schools.
I don't think that anybody should look right now for new programs to happen. I think that, as I said before, during this time of economic decline, we need to make sure that the programs that we currently have are going to be there for our community. It's not a time to start thinking about new programs. We can't afford to cut the existing programs. We've got to find the funds to allocate to the current programs. We have to push for yeshivas. We have to push for aid to parents. You know, the yeshiva problem is not just the yeshivas. The yeshivas are hurting. The parents are hurting. We have to. It's a two-pronged effort. We help yeshivas. We help the parents. We have to deal with affordable housing. Anybody who tells you that they're going to go out and do new programs in this budget is out and out lying to you, and I'm not going to lie to you. I think you're too smart to understand that. I am going to fight for the needs of this community. I'm going to fight for yeshivas. I'm going to fight for affordable housing, but all within existing funding streams. You're not going to get new funding streams in the current budget system. I am going to fight and try to get the allocation of a lot of money that was given to the city for stimulus. We have $1 trillion stimulus bill that the president put out there, and a lot of money was allocated to the city. I think a lot of that money has to be put to work to help the communities, to help with job training programs, to help with help parents be able to cope with the problems they're having, you know, being able to cope with the high tuition. Kanai Nahara, we have families in this area that have a lot of kids, and they're not having an easy time of it. Tax credits that we keep hearing about won't help you if you can't afford to pay taxes. And a lot of people are in that boat. You know, a $330 tax credit is a nice thing if you're paying taxes, but when you have 10 kids, you can't afford to put food on the table. You're not paying taxes, and you're not getting the benefit of paying taxes.
I actually couldn't disagree more with my opponents, and let me tell you why. I think in the budget process and the budget system, we have to come up with innovative ways on how we can actually deliver services for our community. Let me give you one such idea. It's really very simple. Right now, and let's talk about education specifically. Right now, the city spends $3,000 per child on varsity transportation. Now, many children in our community do not benefit from varsity transportation because of the schedule, because of the fact that Kanai Nahara, we have 10, 12 kids, and varsity wants you to go on a corner. They can send you to 6 different corners. And so most yeshivas and most Catholic schools as well, they charge separately for transportation. And so this is actually a conversation that I actually already had with the Deputy Mayor for Education and the Deputy Mayor for Government, and we discussed the concept that instead of the city spending $3,000 on varsity transportation, let them give parents a $2,000 voucher. And that is plenty, because that is much more than what the yeshivas charge for transportation. And here's the great thing about this idea. This is an idea where the yeshivas will save money, the parents will save money, and the city will save money. And so the deputy mayor joked with me. And he asked me, and he said, what are we going to do with all this spare money? And I said, you know what we're going to do, Deputy Mayor? We're going to use that money to pay for the MTA Metro cards that they're trying to get rid of for our students. I just want to make one final point, because I see Malcolm is getting up, and that is, just to correct Joe on a very important fact. The tax credits that we got in Albany were refundable tax credits. So even if you make $0 and you pay 0 taxes, you get $330 per child. And Joe, I don't know about you, but where I come from in Boro Park, if you have 10 kids, $3,300 is a whole lot of money.